WSSU Ram Nation. Y'all smell that? It's football. Football is in the air. Yes, WSSU football even. Welcome WSSU Ram Nation. It's SJG. Appreciate everybody for rocking with me. Came to give you guys just a quick report from day number 1 of fall football camp for WSSU 2023. Can you believe it that it's here already, that we're already in fall camp?
I'm excited. I'm excited, brothers and sisters. I'm excited.
Can't be mad at Brother Umar over that. I'm excited as well. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please go ahead and hit the like button. I know it's a small thing, and I'm going to ask you every time because it helps the algorithm and it helps get this out as we continue to build this platform in this community. We are pushing towards 500 subscriptions by August 31st, which is the first game of the season against Bluefield State. I know we can get there. We've had a great push as of late, and I appreciate everybody who subbed. If you can, please go ahead and leave a comment as well. Tell us what game you're looking forward to, or just any of that stuff really helps us out. So, again, football camp started on August 10th. WSSU is coming off of a 4-6 season. And, it used to be that, a 4-win season or a 9-winning season was rare for us. But, that was in the old days.
Shit, man, if this was the old days.
Yeah, now, well, the thing about the old days, they the old days.
Yeah, the old days are the old days. But we are on to what is new. And what is new is WSSU's offensive coordinator. Now, last year, WSSU offense underwent a transition, brought in a new quarterback, a freshman quarterback, Dalen Lee, and he had a really great season. He was an all-CIAA rookie. I felt like he should have been the rookie of the year. And he's a contender for CIAA Player of the Year, although Isaiah Freeman over at Lincoln is pretty darn good. Anyway, he helped WSSU to an offensive output of nearly 27 points a game last year, which was good for third in the CIAA and the most amongst the CIAA South schools. But his offensive coordinator has left. I caught up with Coach Robert Massey to talk about the transition to the new offensive coordinator and what he expects out of the passing game. Here's what Coach Massey had to say.
Well, we had some changes in staff. We lost Coach Barnett. He's out at Alabama State. We moved Coach Reese up. We wanted to keep the same offense intact because we think we got a talented quarterback that can be the guy we need to compete for a championship. And with that being said, we kind of went in the transfer portal and added a few players here and there. One of them that'll stick out is Traylon Mitchell, is a running back by way of Virginia Tech. So we expect big things out of him to help take some of the pressure off of Dalen. But at the same time, we're expecting big things from Dalen.
So that's a little bit about the WSSU offense. Again, last year they were pretty good scoring the ball. They're going to try to run the ball a bit more. We got the transfer from Virginia Tech. We also got Asa Barnes, who I believe he started his college career over at East Carolina. So there's some talented backs. It's going to be important to get great offensive line play. Injuries last year were a problem up front for both the offensive and defensive lines. And speaking of defense, there are a lot of guys back. We've got Kamar Kyle up front and a lot of other guys as well. Mr. Fleming, both of those guys are all CIAA and potentially All-American candidates, as well as some other guys too. So I caught up with Coach Massey to talk about the defense as well, which had some moments, but also had some moments where they got they got the game with the lead and ended up losing it. And so we talked about defense as well.
On defense, we did an overhaul. We got two really good safeties, so you'll see Fleming, you'll see Bolden, but on the back end, Gillette will be healthy this year, and then we brought in some corners to solidify the back end, and then we brought in some young linebackers too that could help. Of course, Jupe Austin's kid transferred in from St. Aug, really good football player. You'll be hearing his name a lot because the kid's a good football player, and he's going to help us. And then we brought in some beef. We got to stop the run late in games when teams are trying to get back in the games and they're running the ball. You got to stop the run, and then you have to be able to run. That's the bottom line, the key to winning. And we didn't do that well in the stretch in a lot of those games at the end of the year. So we got some beef to kind of stop that.
And again, we are a couple of weeks away from the start of the season. Again, everybody's excited about the game against North Carolina A&T. But before that, you got to take care of business against Bluefield State, a CIAA team. Although this game will not count in the CIAA standings, this is actually a makeup game from St. Aug not playing, and both teams want to make sure that they got 10 games in. They instituted a week 0 in Division II, which is a brand new thing, and so they were able to make this happen. Last year, Bluefield State came to Winston-Salem State. This year, Winston-Salem State will make the 2-hour trip up to Bluefield, West Virginia. Beautiful place. I've been able to a game down there as well, so hopefully there will be some fans that will travel, see them as well. A little bit off the beaten path, but not a bad drive. You could do it in a day if you're in Charlotte, and for sure if you're in Winston. But enough about that. You know, I asked Coach Massey kind of how he felt about day one of where they are and where they're trying to get to overall. So here's what he had to say about that.
Being honest, I thought the first day wasn't bad. You know, there were some guys that did some cramping and things of that nature, but we did a lot of conditioning today. That was the thing we wanted to do, just get them in some shape, see what kind of shape they're coming to camp in. But a lot of guys are returning. So if we can get some of those guys that got injured a year ago back in shape and healthy, I think it'll help our progression, because again, we lost 4 games, total of 15 points, and some of that stuff we shot ourselves in the foot. Special teams count was a little weak for us. We've upgraded. We've gotten Devin Verston back in here. He's a punter. He's the guy that kicked it 80 yards against us in the Shaw game. Now he's on the outside. So we can win those battles in terms of flipping the field, in terms of special teams. And then again, you know, we got to stop giving up big plays in the special teams. And I think with the talent we've brought in here, that'll help us do that. And then offensively and defensively, we'll be fine. Coach Mack is returning for his 3rd year as the defensive coordinator. And again, Coach Reese and Coach Barnett, they're one and the same to me. Professional, know what they're doing, good coaches, good people. I think we're going to be okay.
So there you have it, Coach Robert Massey heading into his 4th year as the head coach over at WSSU. Well, let me see what there's 2 interim years, and then the last 2 seasons, 2022 and so he's actually heading into his 5th season as the head coach, the 3rd in that permanent role. So a big year for him. Obviously, last year they made some strides. You know, won some games and were really close. They also lost to Livingstone and Johnson C. Smith, 2 teams that WSSU doesn't lose to generally. So it'll be interesting to see this year if they can turn some of those tough losses around. They also do have a tougher non-schedule, though. We can't non-divisional, and of course there's no divisions yet, but they do have to play the top 5 teams in the CIAA, so they have probably one of, if not the toughest schedule in the CIAA. So it'll be interesting to see how the guys perform this year. What we do know is that the themes have now been put out for WSSU football. They were posted earlier this week. So the first game against Ohio Dominican, it is a red out, so you can wear your red, anything red. The second game against Bowie State a couple weeks later is going to be a white out, so you'll wear your white there. And then a couple weeks after that, they will play Shaw, and it will be a blackout. And then the Johnson C. Smith game, which is a TV game, a big game, it will be a pink game for breast cancer awareness. It's always important in the month of October and year-round. And then the last game of the season will be homecoming against Fayetteville State. And, you know, everybody's going to wear what they want. I think it's really great to have these themes. I think they're cool. You know, obviously at HBCUs, fashion is everything, and sporting events are no different. And a lot of times folks will just wear whatever new outfit that they have or something that they really just want to shine in, regardless of the school colors or not. But I think it's great to have the option, or it's great to have that push to kind of have everybody look somewhat uniform while still allowing everybody to have their uniqueness. And so obviously a lot of us have red shirts, but maybe we don't have a new black shirt, or maybe we need a white WSSU shirt. So if you want to go find some new merch and figure out a way to support this channel, I am an Amazon affiliate, so you can go into the link. I'll drop it there. They got plenty of WSSU gear on there. A lot of it is affordable, cheaper than a bookstore. Hey, why lie? We all know it's true. But if you guys buy anything from that link, it helps the channel and it helps continue to make these videos that are specifically for WSSU. So I appreciate everybody for joining the WSSU Ram Nation charge. Again, we're looking to get 500 subscriptions by Game 1, August 31st. Looking to really have some innovative content for you guys coming into the season. Of course, I'll be covering the press conferences, so we'll have that content. We'll look to have some live reactions, some quick reactions, and just really hone in on WSSU football interactively this season in a way that's never been done before. That's my goal with this, as well as touch volleyball as well, because I definitely want to make sure that we're including all the sports as much as we can, and then also things outside sports. Obviously, a lot of things are going on. Board of Trustees meetings. I know we talked about last week about the Chancellor House. So many things are going on at WSSU. It's an exciting time to be here, be in the city. I'm excited to be here and be a part of it. So looking to bring you guys as much coverage as you can, so that whether you're in Winston, you're in Charlotte, if you're in New York or California, you feel connected to WSSU. That's really the big point of WSSU Ram Nation. So I appreciate everybody for checking out these videos, supporting me, and listening to me ramble on. And we will see you guys in the next video, WSSU Ram Nation. I am out.